Hi everyone, I'm going to take a few minutes to talk to you about the 518-718 key assessment. So I'm in Blackboard right now and I'm in the Major Projects tab. And the first thing you'll see is that you need to have a Taskstream account for this course. So if you don't have a current active account, make sure that you follow this link to activate your account. You can either activate your account for a semester or you can purchase a subscription that will cover you throughout your program. You will be uploading several assignments to earn your certification to Taskstream, so it's a good idea to have it current through several semesters. So the assignment that will be uploaded is this child study project, and you're going to be uploading it in parts. So you'll upload part 1, then part 2, and then part 3 as you complete each part. And I'll show you how you do that in Taskstream. You can access Taskstream directly through Blackboard, and it will take you to your student account. My account is a faculty account, so it looks slightly different than yours, but I can still show you the basic information. If you're in 718, you're in the graduate program, and if you're in 518, you're in the undergraduate program. So I'm going to actually use the undergraduate program just to show you some of the basics. So over here on the left-hand side, if you haven't used Taskstream for anything else, you're scrolling down through this list of menu items until you come to our course. So you're scrolling for SED 518, or if you're in the grad course in the other side, you'll be looking for SED 718. And when you click on the name of the rubric, it will upload for you, hopefully. There we go. The rubric and the spot where you can upload your assignment. So you will see probably when you open it, we're working on uploading the directions, and it will all appear here in the whole document that I'm going to show you in just a second. And then you will upload your attachment actually here, and you'll just upload part 1, and then your instructor will give you feedback and we'll send that back to you. Then you're going to go ahead and upload part 2, and we'll give you feedback and send it back. When it comes time for part 3, that's the culminating piece, and so we'll need you to upload part 1, 2, 3, and a reflection all at the very end, and we'll continue to give you reminders and directions. Taskstream is required in order to earn a passing grade for the class, so you want to make sure that you're systematically uploading your assignments as you're given prompts by your instructor or by the course calendar. So let's go ahead into the actual document that we're using. This is an annotated rubric, and it also is the assignment description. So it has lots of details. We use this for multiple purposes in addition to telling you as a student what to do for the assignment. This is also part of our accreditation process. So when our program is evaluated, this rubric is what is assessed. So you'll note that this assignment is aligned with multiple sets of standards, both Kentucky standards, our special education standards, CEC, our early childhood special education standards, IECE and NACE, as well as the national standards. NTASC are the national teaching standards, ISTE are national technology standards, and CAPE is that accrediting body that provides us with accreditation so that we continue to offer a teaching program to candidates like you. So we need to make sure we're aligned to all of those important groups and their requirements. And the information for candidates, it's broken down into each of the phases or steps and tells you exactly what you need to do in order to earn a passing grade and a passing rubric score for the assignment. So step 1 has to do with watching the case study video that's in the course and then writing up your findings for that. And those are all aligned to standards. You'll see those alignments scattered throughout. In step 2, you're going to focus on developing community resources and a community map for the same child that we completed the case study, and the specific instructions are here for what needs to go in that assignment. And then step 3, you're focusing on a transition to kindergarten plan for that child. So when we're talking about criterion for success, you need to, you will earn two different scores or grades for this assignment. Your grade will actually be given, the one that is part of your grade for the class, that is given in Blackboard, so that's why your assignment is uploaded there. Upload your assignment to Blackboard, you receive a grade based on your work. And then you also upload to Taskstream, where you will receive a score based on a rubric that we're going to discuss in a minute. And in order for you to pass the course, you must earn a passing grade in Blackboard. You must also earn a passing grade in the rubric in Taskstream. A passing grade is defined here, you'll see, as a C or higher. And your rubric row must have at least 3 rows that you earn a developing score, and if there is not a requirement of a developing, you must have 3 rows that are developing. In all other rows that you don't score at least developing, then we will ask you to redo that rubric in order to earn a passing grade in the course. You can have 2 redos and have those scored. If you do not earn a passing score with those 2 redos, then you will be placed on an improvement plan and allowed 1 additional submission. Failure to achieve a passing score with that 3rd redo will result in an F in the course. Note that on every row, you must at least earn an emerging, and 3 rows must have a developing. There's not a requirement as to which 3 rows that is, but at least 3 rows must be developing. So the rubric, we went ahead and annotated, made some nice notes, hopefully that will help you understand how the rubric is built. We developed our rubrics so that across the entire program, we make sure that we are providing you with the knowledge you need to be proficient in the Kentucky Teacher Standards. So we built a master rubric based on the Kentucky Teacher Standards indicators 1.1 all the way through to the end in the 10s. And then based on this assignment, we went through the Kentucky Master Rubric that EKU has developed and pulled out the rows that specifically met requirements for this assignment. So if you have other classes and you're looking at rubrics, you might see that their rubric also uses indicator 1.1, but what you're doing in that assignment might be very different. You'll notice that over on in the rows, emerging, developing, competent, and exemplary, that there's highlighting, and this tells you the highest you could possibly score in that row. So while on indicator 1.1, it's possible to earn an exemplary, in row indicator 1.2, the highest you could earn is a developing, because these additional rows require additional experiences that we do not have in this class or we don't cover in this part of the assignment. So it's not that you would never be able to do those things. We absolutely expect you to be able to do these things, but you wouldn't necessarily be demonstrating them in this particular assignment that we're having you do. So you'll notice that for indicator 1.1, candidate communicates concepts, processes, and knowledge. The assignment in parts 1 through 3 will meet this standard, looking specifically at the family and interventionist goals section and the family section, looking at that parent-friendly professional language. So the focus here will be scoring indicator 1.1 when you submit part 1, part 2, and part 3. And the same will be for indicator 1.2. We'll be looking again at the family and interventionist goals to make sure that you connect content to the life experiences of the student or the child. On indicator 1.3, we're looking at all 3 parts again, but I'm going to scroll down a little bit further to indicator 2.1, and you'll note that this just says child study parts 2 and 3. So we won't be scoring indicator 2.1 on the child study part 1. You'll have an NA for that row because we didn't cover that in that part of the assignment, but we will score it when we get to parts 2 and 3, looking at the 5 sources and 10 activities that you upload and your expectations for preparation for kindergarten. So parts 2 and 3 will be scored there. So each row tells you how high you can score and where specifically we are looking for evidence of your mastery of that row. If you have any questions, please let us know. As you see, each rubric row is ready for you to check out. My recommendation is that you create your assignment based on the assignment description that you find here at the top. And then after you complete this part, then I would go back down the rubric rows and then score yourself and see how you score. Did you meet the standards that were expected based on the rubric row and on the assignment description above? The rubric here is what we score in Taskstream. The assignment up here is graded in Blackboard, and those points are laid out in Blackboard. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to ask. We look forward to chatting with you and to reviewing your work. Have a great day.